My name's Sheridan Clark. I'm a recent law graduate working in the legal publishing and tech industry, and I've recently started my career in the legal academic world, including as a marker for law assessments. Today I'm going to walk you through 6 steps that will help you succeed in a video assessment at university, which is an alternative assessment format to your traditional written assignment or essay. Step 1 is to create a narrative. The first step for creating an impactful video assessment is to create a very flowing narrative. Your video should tell a story with a traditional start, middle, and end. To do this, you should absolutely have an introduction and a conclusion. This really helps with the organization of the video and ultimately aids in the video's flow. Because a video assessment often has a shorter time limit on it, some students tend to jump straight into addressing the topics they're talking about without contextualizing that issue with an introduction or ending the assessment with a short conclusion. This is really jarring for your assessor and will hurt you mark-wise. Additionally, by creating a narrative for your video, you are walking your viewer through a story, starting with an introduction, basic concepts, and then layering this with more complex concepts and critical thinking skills. This will really improve your marks by demonstrating your critical thinking skills and your ability to organize information logically. Step 2 is to find your voice and target your audience. The second step for creating an impactful video assessment is to ensure you are targeting the relevant and correct audience. Depending on your question, you will often have an audience that you should be targeting, whether that be a layperson, a scholar from your profession, or some other type of audience, such as a legal client. Ensuring that your video targets the relevant people appropriately is integral to ensuring your video is successful. To do this, you must ensure you are tweaking your tone and your content accordingly. For example, if you are asked to target a video at a layperson, don't speak in a convoluted way using lots of legal jargon. Instead, you should explain the concepts in a digestible and an easy to understand way and hold your audience's hand a little bit, so to speak. So even if it's assumed knowledge your marker already knows, do take that extra step to explain it well. They definitely know what you're talking about, but they are assessing you on your ability to target that information at the audience in question. The third step for hitting the mark on a video assessment is to actually read your assessment brief. While this seems like an obvious tip, you can actually lose a lot of marks by not properly reading your question. Some of the things you should look out for include the topic you need to discuss, your target audience, any time limits, any referencing requirements, and any other elements of the rubric you need to incorporate into the video. As I just flagged, the fourth step is to adhere to any time restraints set. While it may be alluring to exceed the time limit by a couple of minutes to squeeze in that last additional argument, this can really hurt you in terms of your grade. Firstly, examiners are often strict with their time limits, meaning they stop marking when they hit that limit or just slightly after. Because they've stopped marking, this will interrupt the flow of your video, cutting off any conclusions or final arguments that are integral to your video. My fifth step, which is applicable to all types of assignments, is to know your limits. Don't try to cover too much ground. For any question, there might be 500 ways of answering and arguments for and against the topic in question, but you will lose marks if you try to cover too much. Instead, choose a couple of core arguments and actually explore those arguments deeply. This will demonstrate your critical thinking skills and demonstrate to your examiner that you have a deep understanding of the content being examined. Of course, make sure you're answering your question and clearly define your scope at the outset of your video. My final tip for succeeding in a video assignment is to embrace your creativity. The best video assignments that I've ever marked have been videos where the creator is having fun with the assignment brief and taking a unique approach to the question, both in their arguments as well as the presentation of the video that they're actually making. While you don't need to have the best software or video creation skills to succeed, using graphics and visuals to complement your verbal script can really help your examiner stay engaged, and you can add this using software such as Canva or PowerPoint, which are often free. Also remember to have a bit of fun with it. Video assignments have much more room for creativity than your traditional essays, so embrace them. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe to Dr. Marie Hadley's YouTube channel for more informative and useful legal content. Thank you.